So good afternoon class, I'm your Sir Peter John Torilag, and for short you can just call me Sir PJ. So before we formally start, I would like to have a representative in a short stay. So any one of you who can lead us in a short stay? Yes, Mr. Lorenzo. The Father and the Holy Spirit. Amen. In Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. So before we begin into our lesson, I would like to share my class rules. So first is listen. Listen carefully, listen attentively, and listen with the intention to learn. So the second one is share. Don't be afraid to share what's on your mind. Share your stories, or share what's as long as even a joke. Share a joke as long as it is related on our. Lastly, have fun. Because learning should be fun. Learning should be something that you look forward to it. For example, like recess. So, next, um, our objectives for today's lesson: recognize the different style and elements portrayed by different opera composers of the Romantic period. For the second one, explains the plot, musical and theatrical elements of an opera after watching video samples. And lastly, listen perceptively to selected art song at excerpts of opera. Now we're going to have our activity before we proceed into our lesson. So, title of our activity is Match Me. So, we're going to read the direction. Uh, Complete column A by choosing the famous works of the Romantic composers in column B. In column B, write your answer on the space provided below each composer. So, class, I will give you 5 minutes to answer this pre-test or activity. I think 5 minutes is so long, so you got to answer it in 1 minute. Okay, class. I think it's already 1 minute. Um, Now we will go and check your activity. So the composers first is Joseph Verdi. So the operas are the Toronto number 2, the La Boheme, and the number 3 is the Mazame Butterfly. So in Giuseppe Puccini, um, his operas, La Traviata, Aida, and Rigoletto. So did you enjoy the activity, class? That's good. So good job, class. Thank you so much for participating. And now, we're going to talk about the opera composers of the Romantic period. I'm going to discuss with the opera composers of the Romantic period. Our name association with the Romantic opera is that of Verdi. His characters are ordinary people and not those found in German operas. He insisted on the good libretto and wrote operas with the political overtones. And for middle-class audience, Verdi was born in Parma, in Italy on October 9, 1830. He studied in Busseto and later went into Milan, where his first opera, Oberto, was performed in La Scala, the most important opera house at the time. Almost all of his work are serious love story with an happy ending. Expressive vocal melody is the soul of Verdi opera. He completed 25 operas through his career. His final opera ends with all the words a joke. So some of his famous opera are still being produced and performed worldwide. His much acclaimed works are La Traviata, Rigoletto, Falstaff, Otelia, and Aida, where he wrote for the opening of Suez Canal. So he died in Milan, Italy on January 27, 1901. So that is Giuseppe Verdi. So these are the Verdi's compose. So first is La Traviata, Libretto in Italian by Francisco Maria Piave, based on La Dame of Amélie, played by Alexandre Dumas. After his novel by the same name, the play is known in English as Camille Premiere of Venice, March 6, 1852. Categorized as a romantic tragedy, set in Paris, France during 1850. So next is Gaetano Puccini. Was born in poor family, December 22, 1858. Lucca. In Lucca, Italy. He studied in Milan Conservatory. He belonged to a group of composers who expressed realism. Therefore, he drew material from everyday life, rejecting heroic themes from mythology and history. So that's the sum of scene. So here's our his operas. Yeah. So first is the Love of Him. Second one, the Tosca. And the Madame Butterfly and Brandon. So the one of famous opera of Puccini is this one, the Madame Butterfly. Libretto in Italian Giuseppe Sanz Cosa in Ilica from the short story by John Luther derived from Pierre Loti's tale, Madame Crisandem. It is a romantic tragedy set in the Nagasaki, Japan, at the beginning of 20th century. So, when American naval vessels frequent Japanese seaports, American Lieutenant Benjamin Franklin Pinkerton met Shosho-san, the butterfly. The butterfly. And was captivated by her beauty. So, Pinkerton rented a Japanese house, and part of his rental package is betrothal to Shosho-san. Uh, uh, treating treating the marriage merely as a casual affair, Pinkerton returns to America after the wedding, leaving Shosho-san loyally waiting for his return. So, napakasay naman ang inantay ni Shosho. He marries an American woman named Kat. When he returns to Japan 3 years later with his American wife, he learns that born son with Shosho-san. Upon learning the Pinkerton had married another woman, Shosho-san, Shosho-san to make sure that Pinkerton takes their son with him. Now, to our activity, I'm going to read the direction, and later we're going to check if your answer is correct. So, answer the following statement below. Write your answer before each number. So, I'm going also to read the question. So, first, number 1. He belonged to the group of composers whose specialism and rejected herald themes from mythology and history. So, first, letter A, Bizet. Letter B, Puccini. Letter C, Schubert. Letter D, Wagner. So, number 2. What romantic opera that came from the short story of childhood? Letter A, La Traviata. Letter B, Madame Butterfly. Letter C, Nessun Dorma. And letter D, Tos. Number 3. Who performed his first opera operetta in La Scala, the most important opera house at the time? Letter A, Bizet. Letter B, Puccini. Letter C, Schubert. Letter D, Verdi. Number 4. He insisted the good libretto of wet operas with the overtones of middle-class audience. Letter A, Bizet. Letter B, Puccini. Letter C, Schubert. Letter D, Verdi. And lastly, number 5. What opera which came from libretto Italian by Francesco Maria Plato, based on Vladimir Oaks Cameros? Letter A, La Traviata. Letter B, Madame Butterfly. Letter C, Nessun Dorma. And letter D, Tosca. Okay, so I guess we will go and check if your answer is correct. So the answer in number 1, letter B. It is Puccini. Number 2. Number 2 is letter B also. It is Madame Butterfly. Number 3. In number 3, the correct answer is letter D. And number 4, it's also letter D. And number 5, it is La Traviata, letter A. So, I'm going to present a video for you to know what is the opera of the Madame Butterfly and the La Traviata. Yeah, Madame Butterfly. Title, Madame Butterfly, composers, and some of the singing.
This is Pinkerton, an American naval lieutenant who's visiting Japan. This is the breathtaking geisha Butterfly and her servant Suzuki. Butterfly is enchanted by the prospect of marriage, and despite serious misgivings by the people around them, Pinkerton and Butterfly wed. Things get steamy. Evidently, Pinkerton doesn't take his marriage seriously and disappears. So he has no way of knowing that their night of passion has produced a son. Good one, Dad. Butterfly clings to the idea that Pinkerton will return and refuses to remarry, not even swiping right on the wealthy Prince Midori. After 3 years of patiently waiting, Butterfly finally gets word that her hubby is on his way. Delirious with joy, she goes into the ultimate cleaning frenzy. But when Pinkerton's ship arrives, it turns out that he has company. Who has he brought with him? Will our loyal Butterfly get the future she's dreamt of for so long?
Okay, so that's it. Now we'll proceed. Yeah.
This is Pinkerton, an American naval lieutenant.
Now, the next one is the La Traviata by Giuseppe Verdi. So please watch and listen carefully.
Say bonjour to Violetta, a glamorous Parisian courtesan. She's throwing one of her epic parties. when up rocks shy provincial boy Alfredo, who plucks up his courage and confesses his love. Violetta loves the society lifestyle, but Alfredo is kinda cute. This could be her one chance at settling down. She goes for it. Hanging up her party frock, they move to the country. Their bucolic bliss is soon upturned by Alfredo's dad, Germont, who doesn't want his son married to a courtesan. He explains what it would do to their family's honor. Reluctantly, she agrees, and tearfully resolves to leave Alfredo without telling him the real reason why. When Alfredo finds out, he declares his revenge. During an encounter at a party, Alfredo gravely insults Violetta, and she promptly faints. Awkward doesn't begin to describe it. If that wasn't enough, Violetta's illness has returned, and it's worse than ever. Will the lovers find a way to be united before her light fades? Or was Violetta's noble sacrifice all in vain?
So that's it, class. Now, so class, based on the video that you watched, so write us short synopsis about the video that you watched. So I'm going to present the rubrics. So this is our rubrics. So okay. So now class, you can start now. I'll just give you 1 minute to answer that and to give the synopsis. So, okay class, I guess you already done. Now we're going to proceed into our last activity. Tell something about the given link below. You may refer to the definition of words on the next slide as your guide to your answer. So the first is the Ramfel March from Aida. The last one is the La Boheme, Cuando Mi Miente. So lastly, we have our assignment. So our assignment, explore the world of romantic opera by selecting a composer from the period, discovering their background and notable opera they composed, and explaining their significance in opera history. Share your findings in a brief presentation of per poster to showcase the composer's impact on the romantic era of opera. So that's all, guys. I would like to thank you all for listening. Mabuhay.